All right, guys, welcome in. Hopefully the microphone is working and it's already buffering. Man, what a way to start a Friday night show. Running a little bit late getting this thing started, but it looks like we're here and hopefully it will start streaming. No buffering there. Okay, well, I guess maybe it's me, the only one buffering. Anyway, let's jump right into this. We got live grenades found in the streets of KC. I seen a video a little bit ago where it was just a part of a train blocking a road, and it had military equipment on it. I'll try to bring that back up if I can find it. I just lost a bunch of links here. So this is coming out of Washington, D.C. The tap water contaminants cause an estimated 105,000 lifetime cancer cases. So a new study has come out that your tap water is giving you cancer. That means that 86% of the U.S. population served by the community water system. I got the damn gnats are right in my face again. My wife looked at me like I was going crazy. The overall communal lifetime risk is equivalent to 4 lifetime cancer cases per 10,000 people. What is that? Like some kind of, win the lottery odds? We've seen all this coming out in Flint, Michigan. I mean, every public water, facility, all the infrastructure is toxic, man. If you ever have to have your plumbing worked on, like out in your yard, man, it's disgusting. I don't think people realize how disgusting city water is. It's basically recycled toilet water. Then you have all the, pharmaceuticals that are in it too. Now, I keep getting all these articles here coming out of the mainstream just today of all these disappearing birds, and birds are missing. So they're saying through the continent has 3 billion fewer birds than it did in 1970. How do they know? How do you count birds? I mean, that's got to be like, like going to the moon. You cannot count all the birds. So, and they get down here, it's hard to estimate exactly how many birds are dying due to habitat loss, potential dangers such as pesticide use, the chemtrails, the disappearance of insect prey, Monsanto, climate change, you mean climate control. How about them flying in the center of the hurricanes? Other threats, domestic cats. They kill an estimated 2.4 billion of birds every year. So they're attacking the cats now. Window collisions, 600 million birds lives a year. Vehicles take out 214 million. Power lines are responsible for killing 32 million. Lights of industrial towers fatally distract about 6 million. Wind turbines are often cited as a problem for birds, and while they should be placed carefully to protect migratory species, their effect is comparatively small. For every bird killed by a wind turbine, thousands are killed by a cat. See, they're trying to make it look like the wind turbines are good. There's no way you can count the birds. I thought we got all these birds are flying out of the radars, according to the meteorologists. Birds are vanishing from North America. This is coming out of New York Times. United States and Canada has declined by 3 billion, or 29% over the past half century. There's no way they can count. This is all just BS, propaganda to push the climate change. Of course, birds are being killed by windshields and all this stuff, but there's no way they could get an accurate count at all. I mean, they can't even, they're just giving it a guesstimation. So just more propaganda to push their fake news. And, you know, we told you Missouri River was rising again. It's closed again. This is the same area that I took all the footage, you know, that I did a while back when I was going up to Omaha through Iowa, North Missouri. I don't know if this is going to play. Hell, I probably should have just loaded my footage. It's better than that guy talking. So, coming out of Omaha, took a little bit longer than expected, but the stretch of I-29 between Sioux City and Omaha is closed again due to flooding. That stretch of road closed about 1:30 a.m. Friday morning. The DOT has been warning drivers about this possibility of flooding since Tuesday. You know, I had to go around this thing when I went up to Omaha. It was like 3 hours added to my drive time one way. Like, you had to reroute way through almost, you know, pretty far into Iowa, then go way up north and then come back down south to get to Omaha. Over an hour of driving, and the road was underwater on both sides of the road. I just go back and look at some of my footage, or go back on my backup channel where I have all the footage. Now, Kim Reynolds issued a disaster proclamation after flood barrier is breached in western Iowa. So the levees are breaching once again. So the governor's emergency proclamation means the state resources can be used to help respond and recover from the flooding, and opens up to the Iowa individual assistance. Man, these people are never going to have a normal farm life again. I mean, they targeted the farms. Haven't heard about any of the farmers getting back into their homes. Or, I mean, they don't even have homes. All the doors were open. It looked like, you know, some of the footage I got, it looked like they cut the roofs open with a can opener to pull the people out and evacuate a lot of the farmers through their roofs. So it's still going down. Now, they found a grenade, a live grenade, in downtown Kansas City street. This happened today. I was just down there yesterday. There's a big building I got to do work in. The new Lowe's building, the new Lowe's hotel. It's huge. So the grenade officers were investigating Wednesday morning in downtown Kansas City. It was live, according to a tweet from the police. The Kansas City Police Department said Friday that the grenade was found among a pile of belongings that appeared to be a homeless person. It is still unclear who left the explosives. How did a homeless person get a grenade? Like, did it fall off a military vehicle? I mean, how do you get a grenade? Oh, now they're saying it was a modified hand grenade. A bomb and arson unit members are continuing to investigate whether it is live. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Update. The grenade was live. It was found among a pile of belongings that appeared to be a homeless person. Investigators have been unable to determine who left it there. Bomb and arson unit will safely dispose of it. Yeah, they'll probably go have fun with it. They'll go take it down the shooting range and throw it and blow some stuff up. We also got this. Generic Zantac makers halt worldwide distribution after FDA finds possible cancer chemical in the drugs. You know, everything has cancer, and then you got Fukushima still. All the isotopes still floating down into these toxic storm systems. You know, they're ruining the earth. But we do have a win today. We got one bit of good news. The health concerns have stopped the 5G rollout in Australia. Thumbs up. Yeah, I've had, I'm dealing with cancer. At this point, it just don't even matter. No matter how proponents try to spin it, the telecom industry has no scientific evidence that 5G exposure is safe. Many credible doctors and scientists insist it isn't. Symptoms from the exposure include irritated eyes, increased sweating, and more. The fact people, their pets, are already suffering from exposure where it's been installed. This being said, a big congratulations to the Aussies for stopping 5G from being installed in the land down under. Yay, we got a win for the people. We see what's going on over in Hong Kong. Well, kind of, if you dig through. I mean, they hide what's going on over there. We need to see how the people are trying to take back their country, because you'll learn a lot. So let's jump right into the worldview. I didn't have a lot of articles. There was another country that banned the 5G, and I don't remember who it was. I'd report it a couple days. By Fridays, man, I'm spent. I'm tired. But I'm still here. You got to keep fighting. The bunker fuel is back. We have more bunker fuel being deployed off the coast of Oregon and Washington. In fact, it's being deployed in a lot of places. A lot of strange spots. Where did I see them other ones? Down here. Down off of South Africa. We have bunker fuel. This is a very rare spot to see the bunker fuel being deployed down here. Let me see if I can bring up that layer and see if it stands out better. I know I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. So we'll see if this will enhance it a little bit. We'll see if we can get that to load. We got aerosols being deployed over South Africa. We have the X's. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it. So here's a big fat bunker fuel line, bunker fuel down here, over here. So we have some of the most toxic emissions on the planet being deployed in South Africa, off the coast of Oregon and Washington. We'll see if this loads up a little better. And there may be more. This is just as far as I got. So I'm going to try to see if that'll load up. Oh yeah, you can definitely see them. So a new bunker fuel operation. It actually started yesterday, but they were down for 2 weeks, and now we're going to see the pattern change of the weather. Every time we see this, there's a pattern change. We got all these tropical storms down here in the tropics. Most of them are going to, amount to nothing. We got this one's pretty interesting. This one we talked about the other day, coming up through Mexico, going up through the Bajas. We just had the rain bomb of all rain bombs hit Texas. 40 plus inches of rain. And we can see they're still deploying aerosols into the storm. In fact, in my email, I actually have somebody who sent me photos of the spraying operations. I don't know if I can load it up here. And let's see, oh man, I knew I should have marked these things so I could find them. I mean, I got like 6,000 emails that I haven't even looked at. I had some pretty interesting photos that people sent me that I glanced at here. I'm trying to see if I got, yeah, here's a couple here. Let me see if I can open them up here and then bring them over. And then you can see what these look like from the ground. So give me a second. This should open that up. I just got to move it over to the right monitor here. So there's one. Let me show you one more. Wow, this is not a... It's kind of hard to... Oh, man. Now I lost it again. Alright, this is going to be too hard. Oh, wait, here they are. So that was that one. Here's another good one. If I can get it to go in there, and it looks just like what we're seeing on the Worldview map. And then I gotta open it, and then move it, and then open it. Then it goes to the ROM browser. So there you go. There's a couple of pictures from on the ground, and we can see what it looks like from the sky. Here's the same aerosols. So they're still seeding the storm. And up here in Missouri, we have one of the most thickest chemtrails I think I've ever seen. Low level. I mean, look at this thing. You could almost see, you know, the plane's got to be right there, or the drone. It almost looks like a rocket. But that is a super thick, leaving a huge shadow. So that had to stick out like a sore thumb. Aerosols being deployed all over Illinois. I mean, just everywhere. Big, thick, nasty, super nasty aerosols all up through Iowa, Minnesota, Kansas. Look out here in Lake Michigan, bombarded. Getting bombarded in Michigan, big time. All the way up into Toronto. So the aerosols are not letting up. Small operation over Dayton. Look at Alabama's getting smoked out. Big thick liners in the sky, blocking the sun, steering the storms. Over on the West Coast, they're keeping it dry. They're getting it ready for fire season, which it's been fire season, but it's going to start ramping up. Aerosols being deployed over Alaska, British Columbia, way up here in the north. Tons of aerosols. So they're continuing to heat the north. Now, there's a mega... You know, remember yesterday, they were seeding all over the UK. And what's happened is they've pulled it straight across. Now you got mega seeding in Sweden. So they're going to pull that storm up north towards Finland. But check out the sky without aircraft in the sky. Look at this blue ocean. Finland's clear, UK's clear, but look off the coast of the UK. We got like this looks like a panic spray. I mean, look at these grids. You can even see the shadows on top of the clouds from this spraying operation. It's like they messed up. I mean, look how thick these chemtrails are. These are massive. So it's like a panic spray going on here. It looks like you got the black carbon suit in there. So just, you know, crazy spraying going on over here on the east side up in the North Sea, going over Belgium, the Netherlands, Austria, Germany, and that other big spraying operation that was over Italy. Now look, they pulled the whole storm right over Bulgaria, all the way up. That goes all the way up into Kazakhstan, and they're still seeding in front of it. We try to get the right. They have the grids going, so they got grids in Kazakhstan. Hey, thanks out there, Shirley. Wow, thanks. The Caspian Sea, you got aerosols being deployed. North of Libya, aerosols. So it looks like they bypassed the UK with this last storm, but you know, we got tons. We got wave after wave after wave coming, and you know, I can't tell if they're making these storms go up and around the UK, but they're definitely, you know, mega spraying going on here in the North Sea. So that tells me either they're trying to pull the system directly right over Ireland, right over the UK, into the North Sea, or it's actually going up and around. It's hard to tell. I mean, we'll probably know by tomorrow which way are they going with this thing. Big spraying operation in the Mediterranean Sea. Look at that toxic crap. I mean, if you took all the planes out of the sky, that would end the climate change. Look at this storm right over the center of the Dominican of the Congo. It looks like a hurricane over the Congo. There's some funny business going on down here in Australia. We have aerosols deployed. Atmospheric rivers are being steered. New Zealand's getting hit again. You got liners in between the clouds. What are these things? Is that mountains with snow on them? What is that? I thought I had a couple layers loaded here. Maybe not. It's got to be like snow on the mountains. I mean, there's a lot of snow down here in New Zealand on top of the mountains. That's all snow right there. Of course, they're in winter time right now. But all this is getting ready to change. Well, the normal clouds are white and puffy. You know, we can usually find them up around this area up here, but it looks like they're so clear there's not even a cloud up here. So I'll be able to show you here. Let me just find. It's almost getting hard to find a normal cloud because, you know, everything is engineered. So just trying to look at this, I'm like, well, where's some nice fair weather clouds? Okay, here's some. I had to go over to the Sahara Desert to find, and look, there's aerosols being deployed up there. All right, normal clouds are white, puffy, look like popcorn. You know, this isn't clearing up very good. So normal clouds are nice and white and puffy. They're not full of rain. They're not full of particulates. You know, these clouds have been seeded with dust from the Sahara. But like when we go here, here is the fake clouds. See how dirty these look? Look at the color. It's all nasty. It's dirty. And it's made by aircraft. These are the cirrus clouds. These are the man-made cirrus clouds. They're not white. They're not puffy. They're full of particulates. You know, some of this is snow. Like there's hardly any regular clouds on in the whole world. Like everything is being manipulated. Somebody sent me an email of a square cloud out here off the islands here. I tried to find it, and hopefully I'll bring that picture up here in a second. But let me see if I can. What I think it was. And now I had to go back and try to find it. But there was aerosols were being deployed over here. Now I gotta find it. I can't remember if it was on today or yesterday's. Oh, here it is. So you have just random man-made cirrus clouds from the plains, just right out here in a grid, in a square. Now give me a second to try to pull this up. So hopefully I can find this email. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be a this will blow your mind what they found. So let me see if I can open this up. So I gotta open it in a new tab. And now I gotta open it into the Chrome. And then I gotta move it from one desktop to the other. So this cloud, the square cloud, I guess he picked it up on Intellicast. It's right off the coast of the Saharas, off them islands. Can I grow this here? Perfect square in the cloud formation, but you can see these are cut off. So that might be kind of a stitching error, but I did find an aerosol deployment right here to match it. And it's right off the same islands. So pretty wild. Well, greatest ever, if you ever go to my old videos where I had a studio I sat behind this desk, or you can go over to my Facebook page. I've had several subscribers come visit me after my major surgery. So yeah, man, all you gotta do is just go back and look at my old videos. You know, I'm in a house right now that I'm building. Right now, my computer is set up in the master bathroom that doesn't have insulation or sheetrock. All it has is a toilet and bare walls. I don't have a studio built yet. So that's why you don't see me on camera. I don't even have a camera set up in here. I don't have anything. It's just a computer. Everything gets mega dust on it. So I don't want to bring out, I mean, I got my PA out here, and that's about it. Don't even have no speakers hooked up to it, just a headset. Hopefully I'll get this set up here to a couple more months. I mean, it's a husband and wife operation trying to build this place. It's not easy. All right, let's jump into some maps and stuff. Yeah, pretty funny, man. I'm reporting from the above ground World News restroom. Had to get some Gatorade. A little dehydrated today. Okay, I'm so zoomed, that's why. All right, so look at that big, strong looking hurricane down there in the bottom right, man. That thing's looking pretty strong. Pretty much already seen all the cirrus clouds. Let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the models just to see. Take a look at the current storm. We got so many storms, man. It's just crazy that we have to cover this much stuff. Hurricane Jerry. Radius of circulation 100 nautical miles. Radius of maximum winds only 10 nautical miles, man. This is like a miniature. This thing's gonna hit Bermuda. Where the heck's Bermuda at? I don't see it on here. It looks like it's gonna be a direct hit on Bermuda. I mean, you got all these crazy spaghetti noodle maps. I mean, what is this crap? You'd think by now they have the technology to oh wow, this could be a direct hit on Bermuda, but it's showing it's just going to be, it's not going to be a they're not giving you the, if it's just going to be a tropical storm or a hurricane or what. And we have to go to the tropical cyclone page. Well, I like being up in this bathroom because I got a window I can look out to the front. All right, look at all these storms. So we have Tropical Storm Tapa. We have a new Invest 99L. We got Hurricane Jerry, Tropical Storm Mario. We got Hurricane Lorena, and Kiko's still out here. But let me click on this one to see if this is going to be a direct hit on Bermuda and what the path is. I noticed there on the Worldview map we've had some weird storms around Guam. It's like they're trying to create storms, so they're showing it as maybe a category 1 when it hits Bermuda. But it's definitely going to be a direct hit. Yeah, so they're showing it as a category 1 when it hits Bermuda. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on this thing. It's like a miniature storm. We'll see what the last 24-hour mimic looks like on this thing. Don't look nothing like Dorian, does it? Doesn't look nothing like Michael. You can pretty much bet when it's a man-made hurricane, it's going to be a category 5. So it's kind of heading towards the Leeward Islands, just starting to get an eye wall. So yeah, really small storm. See how the eye wall just replaced? So it's going through an eye wall replacement right there. So that thing's really running slow. Okay, let's check this Hurricane Lorena out. Yeah, the storms are just off to the east there in Guam, what I've been watching. Yeah, there's like a just these weird systems. Let me get over there. So you got this weird system right here. It's been there for a couple days. I can go back. But like this is a day. You just keep going back a couple days and the system is just weird. And then you got aerosols being deployed. And look at the cloud colors, man. They're totally off. Aerosols being deployed down to the south. And what they're doing, they're sending these things over. They're turning into typhoons going up into Japan. We got a big military base right there. You can bet your butt that they're creating things. So yeah, category 1, look at that direct hit on the Bajas. Going right up the center, man. That's pretty crazy. I've never seen one do that. Oh wow, it just took me completely back. Alright, that's probably all we'll check on this. We will look at the mimic map though. Yeah, I'm not recording, you know, like doing band stuff up here. I still gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the drum set. Like I have no idea. Everything's a mess here. Downstairs is almost done. I got the flooring to do and then it's done. And I'm just framing in on the upstairs. In fact, this weekend. Hey, no problems out there. So let's take a look at this mimic, man. We're looking at the rivers of the sky. You know, they've been steering the rivers on the land since, you know, they started building dams and building levees. Well, they do the same thing with the water vapor in the sky. They steer these atmospheric rivers. We show the companies all the time that are steering these rivers. They brag about it. You got several companies in the Middle East. You got Miles Research Company down there in Australia. Tons over in Japan, China, Russia. They all steer this atmospheric river. See, this is actually starting to look normal. That's where the atmospheric river should be going all the time. And then it should just flow right on around, but it's not, man. They stop it. They redirect it up and around the United States, but they've been pulling it in through the Gulf of Mexico for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like you can tell this atmospheric river is all messed up. It's usually a big blob of it over here. And it's usually a constant, pretty steady flow right into the equator. But look, there's missing parts 90-degree angles. And it's just constantly being pulled up. And that's the problem. When the cold weather comes, if they still have this atmospheric river running up through the Midwest, we're talking biblical snows for the wintertime. Hundreds of inches of snow. If you took 40 inches of rain and turned it into inches of snow, man, we're talking, you know, who knows, 20, 30 feet of snow. It'd be insane. With all the flooding through the Midwest, up in the upper north, just imagine if this is all snow. So they could pull full geostorm on us if this atmospheric river don't retreat and start swirling like it's supposed to. So we could be in, you know, for some mega issues this winter. And I want to go to the forecast models. You know, people said we were full of crap when we were calling for 500 inches of snow last winter for California. They ended up getting like 600 and something up in the mountains. So look at that. They're not going to let any rain get up into Nevada. It's like they're completely, oh, there's a little rain finally. I guess your monsoon is coming late. But what I really wanted to look at is the temperatures. We should see what kind of temperature swings we're going to have here over the next few days here. Why is it not giving me what I want? Alright, so here we go. So we're looking at the 2-meter air temperatures. And I'm just going to kind of fast forward this through, see if we have any super cold coming in. You know, it seems like they're trying to change the jet stream patterns to bring in fall. So it looks like we're definitely cooling off. So we're not seeing any kind of like polar cold yet. But that's going to change. Ooh, we do got some pretty cold right there. So it's getting closer. The super cold air is only, you know, maybe a month away. Wow, is that snow or is that's the temperatures? Okay. Hey, thanks there, Susan. Oh, wow. Yeah, Yellowstone's closed because of snow. Yeah, I knew they were getting some snow over there. Here, let's look at the snow. Total snowfall. Ooh, we got some pretty big amounts. So let's just take this back. So right now, yeah, we got snow in Wyoming. Roads are closed. 10 inches, 12 inches. So wow, they're creating a snow bomb. You know, I didn't even think to look at this part on the 16-day forecast, but now, you know, right there at the border, you're looking at quite a bit of snow. Here, let me blow this up so we can see it a little better. I can't hardly see it. So you got 13 inches of snow, 15 inches of snow, 12 inches, 19 inches. So there's some pretty heavy snows coming up. This is for this is just on to October 6th. Here, let's put this on the 16 days. Oh, that's 24-hour. Wonder if this will tell me here. So we got some snow going on in the mountains of Washington and Oregon. You know, it's not giving me the full 16 days. It's just giving me, or is it now? Okay, now we're. So yeah, we got a pretty good little snow bomb going on there. over Wyoming, Montana, right there, right over the Yellowstone. Look at that high pressure just kind of parked there. Look, it just keeps coming back in the same spot. Could be something going on with Yellowstone. We had all them, the geyser keeps blowing off. More snow coming in on the 27th. You know, first snows are coming sooner than we thought. So you know what it's going to be like. It's going to go directly from summer to winter. You know, we don't have fall anymore. We don't have spring anymore. They took them out. All right, so let's close in on some of these aerosol campaigns. Wow, they're definitely seeding the hurricane down there. What do we got going there in Arizona? We got water generation. Big time aerosols, Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri. What was that puff? We got to zoom in on that. That was pretty freaky looking there. Let me kind of see if it'll pick up on this one. Yeah, everything's unnatural, guys. I mean, look, they have so many particulates up in the air. Then you have all the, you know, cloud ionizers on the ground. You got the bunker fuel going on. You got the chemtrails going on. You got the space-based weapons going on. Like, there's no break. It's like they've got out of control. You know, we know that they use the seeding to steer the clouds. You know, we're just talking about, you know, these regular aircraft trails. You know, then you got the cloud seeding, the ones they admit to, the cloud seeding operations in Texas. You got the northwestern weather modification. You got the Midwest weather modification. So yeah, big time spring over Missouri, northern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. These are the next targets. They're spraying out ahead where they want the storms to go. I'm waiting for this to cycle back through. We got aerosols in North Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, all the way up to the Northeast. So look at all the winds are flowing backwards. All these winds are, the low level winds are coming in backwards. That's because they're pulling the atmospheric river up. Look, they're pulling the atmospheric river up the opposite way of the winds. And they're doing that using the electromagnetics. They don't need the wind. In fact, let's go look at the jet streams. What are they doing to the jet streams? So while that's loading, I want to go up here and look. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the jet streams. First, we're going to look at the polar vortex winds. What do we got going down here? See, look, they're blowing apart the polar vortex winds down here in the Antarctic, and they're going to send it up here. They're trying to induce wintertime. Let's check the temperatures. And we still have the rapid heating event. Let's fast forward this. Look at that. They just keep on heating Antarctica. So how far will this thing go out? So that's as far as we can go out. So they're still heating Antarctica. And the winds are still off the charts around the equator. north of the equator. Let's go down to the jet stream. So the atmospheric river is coming across right where them high winds are, and that's where the water vapor is, up in the troposphere, and it's going against all the winds, and it's going up right up through the Gulf of Mexico, and then they can tap in with these jet stream winds, and then they're taking it right across Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then up into Toronto. It's been like this for months. They actually have a jet stream going over Southern California, which is pretty rare right now. So that's going to shear the top of this hurricane off. So this jet stream wind is just going to clobber this hurricane. It's just going to wipe it out. Let me fast forward to see where these troughs are going. Crazy, man. They keep this thing. Look at that. They're just blocking the winds. That's one hell of a dip in the jet stream. Ooh, and it creates a vortex. You back that up a day. So there's going to be a trough that goes all the way down almost to the Bajas, right where the hurricane is. The hurricanes, the winds are going to suck that hurricane up and just disintegrate it. We used to have these, what I called the gear drives out here. They were out there for years. And now they're not even a gear drive. They're messed up. They got everything all messed up. Let's see if they show up in the vortex layer. No, it's like they're gone. Let me go back a couple of years and just see if they're out here. Let me go up a little bit in levels. So, here's the two gear drives that, I'm trying to remember, when did I start doing these? Probably about 2014. Yeah, I don't even really remember the layer that we used. Let's go back to now. Let's go ahead and check the ocean wave heights. We'll see what we got going. So no big monstrous. Look at all the wave patterns down here where they're heating the ionosphere. It's just creating wave havoc. That's a typhoon. You can see all the little hurricanes signatures by the waves. Let's check the sea surface temperatures. Well, the ocean is definitely not heating up like they say. We got some weird heat anomalies out there by India, Madagascar, north of Madagascar. All the hot water is locked in here in the Gulf of Mexico by Cuba. That's the real hot water. Let's check the anomalies. So wow, it's even getting even hotter off the coast of California, Oregon, and Washington. Look, it's almost in the whites. It makes you wonder if there's some kind of volcanic stuff going on under the ocean over here. The thing is, though, we watched this heat anomaly drift down from the Bering Sea, and now it's kind of split in two. That's weird. So we actually have a cooling anomaly going on big time here by the Galapagos Islands. And then out here, look, the ocean is cooling. Like, there's no heat anomalies out here. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's go back a month ago. What did it look like a month ago? Look at that. Now that's when we should have been having the wicked hurricanes. Look, there's that heat anomaly. 1 month ago, that's where it was. And now we go to now. Look at the Atlantic. It's super cooling. You got to wonder, how is that possible? How to cool down so fast if the earth is getting hotter? It's all a lie. Whoa, eyeball freak out. All right, we got to check the carbon monoxide at the surface. Look, they're choking out the people in Southern California. Nothing to blow the stuff away, man. It's just building up. They're just building up the toxic air. They're, you know, blocking the pressure systems from coming in, and it's just building up. Same thing here on the east. So we got a lot of toxic air going on. You know, the fires up here. This is just the chemtrails and the industrial stuff. See all the fires. Let's check Australia. Ooh, Tasmania's back on fire. Yeah, it's still tons of fires down here in Australia. That's just the air in China. In fact, that's actually pretty good for China. Let's check the carbon dioxide. I mean, they're suffocating these people like big time. So how'd you like to live in this? This is all sulfur dioxide. We'll see how bad the US is. Upper East Coast, horrible. Let's go ahead and check the PM 2.5s. Oh, I forgot the dust layer. Here comes our next wave of carcinogen dust. Man, that's a big blast of dust right there. There's the hurricane. You know, this could be, that's why it's only going to be a category 1. This dust is getting sucked into this hurricane, which is a good thing for Bermuda. Let's fast forward this. It's a race. It's the dust versus the hurricane. You know, any normal time, this hurricane would be, if it was powerful, it'd be sucking the dust in like it's starting to right there. Like there would be no escape for the dust. It'd get sucked into the hurricane, and then that would slow it down and disintegrate it. See how it's wrapping? All the dust is wrapping into the hurricane. That's crazy, man. Look at this dust is getting all the way up into Greenland. You know, the last time they had a big dust wave like this, it calls blood rain, blood fog. That's what they called it. And when you see our sunsets, it looks like a different planet. That's from all that dust that's been inundating us for weeks and weeks. Man, it looks like we have a hurricane up here off the coast of Alaska. When you look at it through the particulates. Make sure I'm on now. Oh, what are you on now? I must have been fast forwarded. So let's fast forward it. Where's that coming from? So I'm just kind of fast forward it. Look at that. It's going to spin up right off the Aleutian Island chain. That's pretty wild. All right, let's check this little thing right here. Then I'm going to probably call it a night. I'm pretty spent. Friday night. Been a long week. Time to get a little rest. Oh, man, look at the aerosols being deployed out here. Coming in from British Columbia right down through Washington into Oregon. And then there's a secondary spraying operation out here off the coast. Huge X's. Look, they did like a circle right there. Let me pause that. I gotta stop that and check that out. That was a weird flight path. So nighttime spraying. Wow, that plane is fast, man. All right, so this chemtrail starts right here, and when I fast forward, it's going to take across, you know, like 1,000 miles in like a second. That's a fast plane. So just spray after spray after spray. So Washington, Oregon, you're getting just waxed. It's spraying into the night. Idaho's getting sprayed by its like own little spraying operation. All right, let's check the East Coast and see what they're in for. See what we got going over here. Wow, spraying all across New York, Detroit, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. Man, look, the whole East Coast is getting waxed. You're getting waxed. Ohio, Indiana. It's all like everybody's getting into it. Nowhere to run. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call this a show. If we do call-ins, we do that on Saturday night. I'm just too tired tonight. I'm pretty well done for the day. Anyway, guys, much love. We're going to play a song called Rise. Not much time left to rise. Anyway, let's jump into these songs. I'll come join you in chat. I'll jump over there on the D Live. I'll give away the treasure chest and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, much love. Here we go. Crank it up.